This is the 217 Recovery Podcast with Corey Winfield.
Stuff went numb that shouldn't go numb, you know what I'm saying? I was like, what is going on?
No, I don't.
No, you don't.
And co-host Marney Winfield.
It was kind of an awkward thing. He's like, would you guys want to come along? Can you get away to come to the island? I'm like, yeah, we just got back from there.
It is the 5th of August, 2023. My name is Corey Winfield.
My name is Marney Winfield.
This is the 217 Recovery Podcast, West Coast Edition. Now, on my Corey Winfield page on Facebook, I posted a couple of pictures, and I was like, where am I at? And I think one person said, hell, I don't remember, on a plane, I think. And they were absolutely correct.
That's right.
I was on a plane. I have no idea where I was at. I don't think it was quite over the city we're in right now. But if you want to play a little game, we can mention a couple things before we reveal our location. We are on our honeymoon.
Yeah. A little late.
Yeah. Well, yeah. We got married 12/12/20, December 12th, 2020. And of course, that was during COVID. And we couldn't really do much. I mean, we only had, 6 people at our wedding, something like that.
Yeah.
Plus the preacher.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, it was COVID wedding, which, by the way, I totally recommend. 10 years, 20 years, I don't know how old you are now, but if you ever pull it together or know someone who's going to pull it together and get married, yeah, do a throwback. Like, nope, we're going to have a COVID wedding. You save so much money that way, and you just get the nitty gritty of it. It's not nothing wrong with going to the courthouse to get married, but it's not that kind of wedding, and you still have a cake and all that good stuff. But it's fun.
I think we did a great job with our wedding. There's some stuff that I think that I wouldn't have done any different even if we had 100 people there. I mean, I still got the dress. I still got the hair did, so it was great. It's not like we got married in our pajamas or anything.
No. Yeah, I had the tuxedo that I had to rent, but people didn't have to rent them.
No.
Come to our wedding, people didn't have to go buy dresses.
Yeah, we didn't have, even if family, it was weird times, you guys know. Nobody wanted to travel, and it was lots of unknowns, so.
I don't think people could travel.
You're probably right, actually. I don't think they were even able to. Yeah, so, but it was great. And here we are now finally celebrating our marriage now on our honeymoon, just a little later than most people take their honeymoons.
Well, and then you got involved in school.
Yeah.
And with 217 Recovery, I couldn't really be gone, really, I guess you could say. But now that we have, actual staff and people that can cover things, Justin's doing a great job with that. Adam as well. Mitchell, they're handling things. And of course we brought Jeremy on, and he's going to kind of make sure that the 217 Recovery Center is open for meetings later. Because right now I think the website says that we're open from 9 to 5, but really it'd be 9 to 8. So if somebody wants to come host a meeting or to run their own meeting on a Saturday, feel free. That's what it's for. So we have different people now, so it's a lot easier, and we can actually, for the first time, get away. You've graduated, which is amazing.
Oh my God. It's so surreal.
So proud of you.
Thank you.
And I get all not teary eyed, but I get emotional when I talk about what an inspiration you are, because it's not just to women, but just an inspiration, to say, I'm going to do this, I'm going to finish it. And you did it. And, there was a point in your life where you probably thought you were never going to do it, but you never would have a chance. And it is what it is.
Yep. So
I'm proud of you. Now you can be a stay-at-home mom, hopefully. Just kidding. I'm a stay-at-home dad. Go get that cheddar. No, but so today though, we went to the place that we were going to for our honeymoon years later, and we got here. It was on the West Coast, like I said, so 3 hours difference. So we got here. Our time would have been 3 a.m.
Yeah.
We got actually to the hotel at that time, and so it was midnight here, and the guy behind the counter sucked. I mean, he's horrible.
He was not on his best. He wasn't on his best terms for.
Yeah.
He was an employee of the month this month for sure.
No, I think he was taking out on us. But sometimes you got to look inward. You know, like, what am I doing? Am I doing enough? Am I doing just enough to get by? He wasn't even doing that. So anyway, they give us a room that we did not book.
Right.
They gave us like some closet space, which was great for people looking for closet space, but it's our honeymoon.
Yeah.
2.5 years later, you know, like,
yeah.
all that good stuff. And so I was not happy, tired.
He was cranky.
He was crabby.
He was mean. Not mean, just not in a good place.
No, and I think you went in the bathroom or something, or maybe it was you were already sleeping, and I got up in the middle of the night, but I started thinking about that. I was like, man, that's not fair for Marney, you know, for me to be like grumpy. And I wasn't mad at you and I wasn't grumpy at you, but I don't know, maybe that's how I look at it, but maybe I was grumpy to you.
No, I think it's one of those things where and I kind of started thinking about this too. It's like, okay, so it's practicing gratitude, right? But it's also like recognizing things that are out of our control. It was a bunch of things combined. And then it's also like making the best out of the situation, but it's also like expectations, right? So we kind of sometimes set ourselves up for what things are going to look like and what things are going to be like. And if they're not exactly like that, then we can like crash and burn. And that can just be us, whether that's emotionally and mentally. And then that takes away from like the whole experience, right? And sometimes you need to catch yourself in that moment and really like, you know, calm yourself down and recognize like, what can I do about this to fix it?
Yeah, but I wasn't like stark raving mad.
No, you were just being a big a-hole.
Well, but yeah, because they didn't deliver on what they were supposed to.
Yeah, but there's nothing we could fix at 3 o'clock in the morning our time. It felt like 3 o'clock in the morning for sure. After flying all day, which is not fun. I just don't care for it. But so we're here now at our destination.
Yeah, and then we got up and there was a call to management or something, and our management, and then they called their management, and they just, oh, we're so sorry, it wasn't supposed to be that way. Oh, you're Corey Winfield? Oh my God, you're Corey Winfield's wife? Oh my God, we're so sorry. That should never have happened to you. We apologize. I think that's what they said. Something like that.
That's not what they said at all, but it got resolved.
Autograph.
It definitely got resolved. So, yeah, so we had our first wonderful day on our vacation.
Mm-hmm. And
you haven't disclosed where we're at yet, have
No.
you? Okay.
We went for a walk that was about 20 miles long, up hills
It was a mile.
with bears and
No nature
wolverines.
whatsoever.
There was plenty of nature. I have pictures to prove it.
Okay, the ocean.
There's greenery. We were really high up in the air a couple times. We had coffee on. The breakfast thing was interesting. We went to this market. That's a clue. And it's up on Pike Street.
Mm-hmm.
And there's like fish and stuff. And we went to this
restaurant
that had eggs Benedict crab
Yes.
something.
Yes.
It was like $100, which we didn't get that. And then we got our coffee. That's it, number 2. And
At the original Starbucks.
we did not get our coffee there. We saw the line for that, which was about 8 blocks long.
Yeah, it was stupid.
This is not where we're going to go for coffee. Sorry. But the place that we went to, they had some coffee there. We got that and we walked up 3 flights of stairs to have our breakfast, which it was pretty cool. I worry about the people who work there. The lady who brought us our food up the 3 flights of stairs, she was sweating quite a bit on her stash. She had a mustache a little bit. Well, it wasn't a mustache. It was a sweat stash. I don't know if you noticed that. I felt so bad for her because it was so hot.
It was
so hot in there. I was just sweating it was unbelievably hot. And I just felt bad for her as we looked out over the ocean and had our breakfast. Mm-hmm. She brought us all the way up them 3 flights of stairs. Mm-hmm. Felt bad. It's like, man, if we didn't come here today, she wouldn't have had to go up all them stairs.
She probably would have for somebody else, but we were grateful, and it was delicious breakfast.
Mm-hmm. Then we went to this place that is called Wings Over Washington. That's hit number 3. You should be able to figure it out.
Yep.
So that was almost sickening.
Like literally, it was virtual. Yeah. Like a ride, almost.
Yeah, they said it was
5K drone footage.
And,
it was like a virtual sightseeing tour of the area around the city. Oh, actually of Washington in general. Yeah, so, but I enjoyed it. I would do it again. I wouldn't do it again now, like twice, but I would definitely suggest going. I think it was worth it.
Yeah, it was $19.
Yeah, it was pricey,
and it was only vacation, like 10 minutes long.
And we don't drink, and that would have been like,
Yeah.
You put it in that perspective.
And it was cool. And look, here's how it was. Like they strap you on. I thought the guy was just kidding. We watched this long ass video of this guy doing cheesy stuff. Talking about, we're out here and we're going to go up to the whatever and we're going to see this and that and watch out because the raccoon's going to take all your jewelry or something. And it was cheesy, like I said. Definitely something the kids would probably get a kick out of. Mm-hmm. But it was you and I and then like some real older couple. So none of us were really feeling that guy or the little skit they were doing. So, but then we go in to the actual room and we sit down and you were going to like sit right next to the people. And I was like, can we just like maybe separate a little bit? She's like, yeah, I said, what do you want? And you strap in and I asked the lady, can we sit in the front? And she said, you are in the front. And that really confused me because there were like 3 rows and we were in like the back row. Mm-hmm. And so she's like, no, you are in the front because this thing like picks up and moves. And I'm like, what? So we really did have to strap in. And then it was like drone footage. But yeah, it was in 3D and it felt like we were there and we had just eaten breakfast. And like I started feeling like, cause I was trying to follow this eagle.
Yeah.
Because it was like the spirit of this eagle comes out of this thing.
Yeah, definitely don't go right after you've eaten on that. But it was, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was cool. And it had like mist spray. Mm-hmm. Like it was lots of different sensory things that made you feel like you were actually like flying. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, because this eagle, it comes out of this totem pole, okay? Not this thing. It comes out of this totem pole and then it's like, shoo, in the spirit. And then you follow it and it's like over the ocean and coming back around whipping around through the woods. And I started like trying not to follow the eagle because that's when I felt the sickest. Like I started seriously getting motion sickness, and then it would like go under falls, and then you feel like a little mist of water on you, and you're like, "Oh wait, what?" Mm-hmm. And then it went through like fields of tulips or something, mm-hmm. and then like sprayed so you could smell it, mm-hmm. which I thought that was pretty cool.
It was cool. That's cool.
But yeah, it would just definitely take the kids and stuff. But like, $20 or $19, maybe it was like $16, but it was fun. And then we were maybe going to go to the aquarium, but we're going to hit that later. But then we went to this great wheel. I think that's what they call it, right?
Mm-hmm. They call it a great wheel.
The great wheel. And right now it's lit up and we're looking at it from our corner suite. By that, I mean, we're in the corner of the building and we have windows in front of the bed and windows on the side of the bed, like overlooking the city and the ocean.
It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So we're just gonna stay here in the room the rest of the. Okay,
No.
No. It's moments like these two where I realize, because we went to a meeting earlier, and ironically it hit me that when I was in the hospital, the Super Bowl was on, and it was the Super Bowl that Tom Brady and the Patriots played against Seattle, and Russell Wilson threw the interception at the 1 yard line, and they were going to win the game. I mean, it was clear as day they were going to win the game, but Pete Carroll called the pass, and rest is history. And so I had to bring that up. I was like, yeah, because I was in the hospital in 2015. You guys probably remember a Super Bowl, and
Lots of groaning after that comment. Yeah.
Yeah, but it was kind of funny, but kind of interesting. And, to be where I was then and to be here now, like if you would have walked, again, I say this a lot, but if you would have told me back then, this is where you're going to be, in 4.5 years, you're crazy. Of course, that wasn't 4.5 years ago, but I've been clean 4.5 years. Mm-hmm. But yeah, if you'd have just walked in the hospital and be like, hi, I'm Marney, I'm going to be your wife. And, we're going to be going to Seattle and on our honeymoon. I'm like, what? For real?
But it won't actually be our honeymoon. It will be 2.5 years after an epidemic.
What?
A virus that scares the crap out of everyone.
And I'm going to give it to you twice. What?
COVID.
Yeah. I know, but you gave it to me twice.
You gave me COVID once.
I did not give you COVID once. You gave it to me twice.
Oh, well, we don't know, but no matter what, you guys probably know if anybody at your people in your household usually end up with it. There's no way.
Wife. I wasn't going anywhere.
Yeah, so things are different now.
Yeah. Anyway, man, back to my point of that. Yes, to be where we are now and to be able to afford $19 to go on a Sky or whatever it was called, Wings Over Washington tour, or little whatever it was. That's cool.
Yeah.
If we can have breakfast and walk up 3 flights of stairs, like that's cool. If I can walk 100 miles around the city, my back fat's hurting. I mean, it's bad. Then, I'm blessed.
Yeah.
But I had to talk to you because you speed walk. But I think I put it in pretty good terms the other day. I'm like, honey, imagine if there was another you on your back. That'd slow you down a little, huh? I mean, that's kind of what it is. I'm like,
I know. I tend to walk a little fast.
But I'm like, just slow down, take it easy.
Yeah.
My knees are like, help, help, help with every step, and you're just like, nope, let's go. It's not really my knees, but I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like I got a lot of weight on me, and I'm trying to carry it around, and you're not, and so you're just flying around places. And I'm like, just slow it down.
I know. I need to work on that. I really do. So
like, seriously, you wouldn't know we were married. She walks like 30 feet in front of me.
That is not true.
I'm like, I'll just take my time. I'll take in the city.
No, it's not true.
She's
but
a speed walker.
So the AA meeting was awesome. We got an Uber to it, so it was out in like Queen Park or something. What?
Yeah,
is the name of it?
No,
yeah,
but it's whatever.
Anyway, and it was awesome. I mean, there was maybe 15 people there or so. 10.
Yeah, 15 maybe.
So yeah, and it was good. They did like an open share or an open kind of lead talk in the beginning, and then one guy was coming up on 11 years. And he shared some, and you know what? It's just like if you wouldn't have told us, if you would have been anywhere else, walked in those doors, you wouldn't have known that we were on vacation. You know what I mean? Like it's across the country, but it's just as familiar as if we would have been in our own hometown. I mean, just different faces. Nobody knows us, so that piece is different. But I don't know. It was awesome, and I'm sure we're going to hit a bunch more meetings this week. That's kind of one of my favorite things to do when I'm on vacation, because this is the first time that I'm actually having an opportunity to like have the time to do so. So, first week off of work and forever, ever and ever since we went to California. When did we go to California?
Pittsburgh last year.
Oh, Pittsburgh for my sister's
California
wedding.
year before. So, yeah.
Yeah, but that was like 3 days.
Yeah.
It was
That's
always
true.
for something.
Yeah.
So this is our first like real like, what are we gonna do today? I don't know. We don't have any plans.
Like when we came, you're like, we don't have anything planned.
No, we
And
don't.
it was great. I'm like, yeah, no, we're just
We have
gonna
not
chill.
one thing planned. And now we do have one thing planned.
Yeah, we can see it from over here. Right here, we can see the stadium.
Yeah.
Lumen Field. We're gonna go tour that. Just because it's cool. Why
So
not? Football.
obviously you guys have figured out we are in Seattle.
Yeah.
It supposedly rains 9 months out of the year.
That was beautiful today, except it was hot as hell this morning. But then it cooled off. It did a little rain, and we were talking to the lady at the AA, and she's like, yeah, it was supposed to be sunny today, but then it wasn't, and it rained.
Yeah.
But it's not like pouring rain. It's just like drizzle.
Yeah.
So it's kind of confusing. Like where we're from in Michigan, it'll rain. Like we had a huge storm right before we came.
Yeah.
And sometimes in Michigan, it'll rain all damn day, but I don't think it does that here. It just looks like it's going to rain and then just kind of sprinkles a little bit.
Yeah.
Which that just irritate me. I'm like, man, I want a good rain. Nothing wrong with a good rain and a good snow. Nothing.
No.
Nothing wrong with that. But
No.
anyway, yeah.
So we'll check in with you this week again at some point, I'm sure.
Yeah, because it's still Saturday for us as we do this, but I think most of the people that listen probably in bed.
Probably sleeping.
Yeah, it's way past their bedtime.
Yeah.
So, and we didn't bring our super duper travel mics because we're traveling, so we brought the super duper little small mics, and hopefully that sounds okay, but I'm sure it sounds good enough. You understand what's going on, and we'll put some pictures up too on our Facebook and stuff of the stuff we're doing and some sober fun, man.
Sober fun in Seattle.
Oh, and we'll have to tell you a funny story, or should we tell it now? I'll just tell it now because I guess it's probably not that funny. But when we were down in our like lobby of this hotel, there's this like room for like celebrities and stuff. So naturally, they gave us free passes to that. And you need a key card to get in. And there's this lady just standing there with this stupid look on her face. And I thought, somehow she's supposed to be in there, but she's not. So I just opened the door anyway, using my pass that I got for being famous. And then so it opens the door, and she's just kind of looking at me like, oh, my husband forgot his key. And as I walk up, I just smell that old lady perfume.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, man, she showered in it. Like, what's up? And she goes in, and she's just like, and I could tell, like, okay, something's not right with this woman, And then she goes on to start talking about how she had to go get a drink.
Mm-hmm.
And you are wearing your 217 recovery sweater shirt thing.
Mm-hmm.
And on the front of your shirt, it says sober.
Yep, sure does.
And she's going on and looks at you, and then she starts to tell you where you need to go if you want a drink.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, well, apparently she does not know how to read. And she ended up locking herself out again because she didn't have her key, because she went out another door and tried to come back in and she couldn't. And then thinking you had to let her in again.
Yeah.
I'm like, this lady, she can't read. Like, it's not just shirts. You can't read signs that say don't leave here without your key or press this button to open the door. Like, we should do something for people who have problems reading,
It's just, it's a lounge for like the members, the club members of the,
famous
of the, and nobody's famous at all,
people.
but no, it's, yeah, it was funny because she didn't know, but she's like, you have to go to the outside to get your cocktails if you want to drink. And I'm like, I'm good. Thank you.
Yeah, but yeah, she was having a hard time.
Well, she's just doing her thing, Can't be mad at her.
I wasn't mad. It was funny because I was like, yeah, apparently you can't read. I'm sober.
Maybe a little late for her to process that.
Or maybe she thought you were being slick with it.
Maybe.
Don't give me one of them sober shirts. People think I'm sober.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I'm glad I told that story now and not later because it really wasn't that funny. All right, but we will talk to you later. And like I said, we'll post some pictures if you want to follow along on our trip. But yeah, things we can do now that we're sober that could have never done. We'd be dead if we were still drinking. So.
Oh, absolutely.
And it's nice to actually live life for once and just don't give up. You know, it's maybe hard right now, or you're going through something, or you know somebody who is. You know, just don't give up. It takes what it takes until it finally starts clicking, and then you're just on your way and you hit this groove, and it's the most amazing thing you'll ever come across. And then the fact that you went through all that hell and all that pain and made it through the other side, and it'll just tell you and show you that you can do things that you never thought you could. And why I hung on so long to the notion that I had to drink was beyond me. I mean, that's what it does to your brain. It tricks you, and it makes you think that you can't live without it. And the thought of living without it is just insane. But I'm telling you, and Marney will tell you the same thing. You know, it's beautiful.
Yeah, it is.
But
so true.
Take care, and we'll holla at you later.
Thanks, everybody. Have a good night.
Thanks for listening to the 217 Recovery Podcast. For more episodes plus bonus features, download the 217 Recovery app and support recovery by rating us in the App Store.